What's up guys, and welcome to another magnificent tutorial by me. Thank you. Today we're going to create this magnificent artwork which got over 1,000 likes and lots of comments with people saying, oh my god, this is amazing, awesome, love this one, so sick, and other stuff like that. And we're going to use this image here, which is also another beautiful image by this girl here. Let me just credit her because it's very important to always credit the photographers, Mash Babkova. And before we get into it, let me tell you a little secret of how you can actually make yourself into one of the best artists on Instagram or anywhere else. To do that, all you have to do is go to learnfromfred.com, find my premium Photoshop classes where you will learn how to create all of this stunning, amazing artworks. Just look at that. And also next week I'm going to add one new class. I'm going to add this class to the membership, and each week I'm trying to create new classes. Right now there are already over 60 projects, so it's getting added new classes every week. And you can just click start now and start just for, let me see, how much was it again? Oh yeah, $7 for your first month. Isn't that the best deal ever? Thank you. And now let's go to the freaking tutorial. Okay, let's just go to Photoshop and click create new. Okay, create a new, and make sure you have, let me change this. Make sure you have width 1000 pixels, height 1 to 50, and resolution 300, color mode, RGB, and if everything is fine, let's just click create. Wow. And let's import our beautiful image. Look at that. And let's just make this bigger so we don't have any empty spaces here. And just to let you know that you need to know at least, you need to have at least some basic Photoshop skills in order to be able to follow this tutorial. And I would hope that you're at least intermediate. So when we have this here, I want to bring this a little bit to the right, like that, so that we can have her face a little bit more in the middle, a little bit down, a little bit more to the right. Okay, I think this looks good. Good. Let's just click that sweet OK button. Let's go and delete this background layer. It's always there and it's so useless, no one needs it. So now the first thing that we need to do is, of course, chapter 1, editing colors. So let's just choose the image. Let's go to filter. Let's go to camera raw filter. Yes, I'm sure you're already familiar with this tool, especially if you have been following me for a while. And we're just going to edit the colors here. And here you can just, choose any of the parameters that you want on your own. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load color settings, and then I will explain you what I did and why I did it. So let me just go click here, click load settings. You don't need to do it, okay, don't worry. Okay, boom chicka boom. So now first of all, you can just copy my numbers in order to have exactly the same colors, but let me explain you what happened. First of all, I made the contrast lower, because when the contrast is lower, it's always good. You can edit the colors much better, because when we have too high contrast, as you can see, the colors are getting a little bit destroyed. That's why I made it lower, so we can work with colors better. I made highlights lower because it was probably too, the light is too much. So what else? I increased vibrance just to give our image a little bit more colors, as you can see here. And also, so just copy these numbers. Now if you go to HSL adjustments, as you can see, I was playing with red colors and so on. So what these things do is basically these things help us to define which tone do we want to have colors. So for example, if I have red, I can make them orange, or I can make my red colors pinky. Well, okay, nothing really changed here. Let's go to something that is going to change. Yes, blues, exactly. So as you can see, I can make this purple, violet, or I can make this cyan color. So I'm just changing the blue colors. This is the normal state. This is what I'm telling the Photoshop to do with blue colors. I'm telling him to make them cyan, or you can also make them purple if you want to, but I'm gonna go with cyan. So just copy these numbers and also just click that sweet OK button. But also before you do that, in order to make sure that what we actually did is beautiful, if I just click here, wow, look at that. This is before, this is after. I think it's good. Let's just click that sweet OK button now. Okay, now first of all, we will need to cut her face. Yes, I know this sounds horrible, but don't worry, it's going to go fine, okay? I'm a professional face cutter. I've been doing this for many years already. So for that, let's take this Curvature Pen Tool. Let's zoom in and make sure you have here path selected, and also all the parameters on your Photoshop are just here. And if I just start clicking now, and also the reasons why I selected Curvature Pen Tool, if you just click right button, you can select Curvature Pen Tool, is because Curvature Pen Tool helps us to automatically create curved lines. If your Photoshop is too old, then you probably don't have it there, and then you just need to jump out of the window, or you can just update your Photoshop. Also works. So And please don't jump, okay? It's like, I hope you understand that I'm joking, right? I don't know, maybe someone crazy is watching me. So let's now just start clicking, and I'm just gonna cut her face very, very slow. So if I just start clicking, what's going to happen? Photoshop is going to automatically create this really, really nice curved lines. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. So now when we have this, let's click on selection and let's click, make sure you have here 0. Let's click OK. And now as you can see, our path is converted into a selection. Wow, how did this happen? Well, it happened because of my magical fingers. Let's select the image and let's click now create mask. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Beautiful, right? So now when we have this, and you're probably asking, wait, but what happened to the rest of the body? Do we need it? Yes, of course we do. I mean, we do need the rest of the body. So just in case you are questioning that. So how we're gonna bring it back? Let's click right button here, and let's just duplicate layer, and let's click OK. And as you can see, we have 2 of them. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna invert one of the masks, and when I am gonna invert it, it basically means that I'm gonna see everything except the face. So let's click on the mask, okay? And now here you can do 2 things. You can use hotkeys, which is Ctrl plus I, or if you're using Mac, it's Command plus I. Or you can just double click on your mask, and it's going to ask you if you want to open Properties panel, click yes, and then Properties panel going to open, and you can just click invert. Boom. So now if I go back to layers, as you can see here, look what happened. Black and white colors change their places. If I turn this off now, you see we have everything except the face. And if I turn this off, we have everything except the body. So I can just click here now on this. I can select my move tool, I can click and drag the face, and wow, mind-blowing, right? You said no? Are you kidding me? Don't make me angry. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna destroy your Photoshop, okay? Don't play with me. So please don't unsubscribe. So okay, now let me take this. I'm gonna bring this a little bit down and a little bit to the left, like that. Okay. And now what I wanna do is actually I wanna create a little bit up. I wanna create a duplicate of this face. So let's actually rename this. So I'm just gonna double click on the text, and I can call this face. And I'm gonna double click here, and I can call this body. So let's go to the face, click right button somewhere here, and choose duplicate layer. Let's click that with OK button. Let's go now to this face here, the one that is below. Okay. Let's go to image. Let's go to adjustments. Let's go to a brightness contrast. And now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make the brightness lower, and you will not see any changes for now, but just stay with me, okay? Just make the brightness lower, make contrast higher. So what happened is we are changing this image. As you can see, we can even see here that it's getting darker. But the reason why we don't see it here, because it's located behind this face. So there are 2 faces on top of them, on top of each other, and that's why we don't see the one that is behind. Let's click OK. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this off, and boom, we see now the face is just behind. Let's just take this, move it a little bit to the right. Let's now turn on the face on top. Good. Now let's click on this face, and I'm gonna bring this a little bit down like that. Why we do this? As you can see now, it looks like we created the thickness of the face. So now it looks like a 3D, you know? Before it's just cut out paper, now it looks more realistic. You can also use move keys on your keyboard to move them to the left, right, and so on. Let's see what I want to do here. Good. This already looks fire. So now when we have this, what we want to do is, so now it's time to add some film. Oh yeah, baby. Wow. Let's see if I'm still recording. Okay, I am recording, because sometimes my phone accidentally stops recording, and then I want to kill myself, but I think that, oh no, people want me to create new tutorials, so that's why I'm still alive. So it's all for you guys, it's all for you. So how are we going to create the film? We're going to use Photoshop's feature of film creation. Wow, sounds exciting, right? Stay with me. So now let's create a new empty layer. Just click here, boom. Let's go here. Now we want to, first of all, we want to select the colors of our film. So for example, if you look here, you can see that it's pink, and a little bit dark pink we have also on the borders. We need to do the same here. So basically, if we just click here, double click, I can select a pink color like that. And if I now click on the black one, boom, boom, I want to make it also pink, but a little bit darker, so a little bit light. You can just copy this code if you want to, it's also fine. works perfecto. Let's click OK. And now when we have both of them, let's go to filter, let's go to render, where is render? Render, and let's go to clouds. And look at that, boom! So as you can see, Photoshop took these colors and created clouds from them. Thank you, I know I'm a genius. But I would appreciate if you go to my Instagram and write there that I'm a genius, okay? Feels good to hear that. Okay, I should concentrate on the tutorial probably. So now what we want to do is, first of all, let's click right button and choose convert to smart object. Okay, so now if I go to normal, to blending mode basically, and I change this to, let's say, lighten. Now let's see which one works better. Okay, depending on the colors, it may not always work best, because you can see I cannot find the one that I really like, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with normal, and we're gonna delete the shadows manually basically. So let's create a new empty layer first of all. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to invert this mask. So again, I click on the mask, I go to properties and I click invert. Now let's go back to layers. As you can see, we have here black mask, that's why we don't see anything. Let's go to brush, make sure we have here white color selected, the first one. And now let's zoom in, also make sure you have the hardness 0. And now look what's going to happen. Let's put this behind the faces, boom. Now if I select the mask, okay, not the image but the mask, when I have brush tool and I start drawing, look what's going to happen. I start bringing back the fume. Why? Because I'm drawing with brush, I'm drawing with white color on the mask, and what that means that I'm bringing back the parts of the image that I hid when I converted the mask to black. So now what I want to do is I want to make opacity around 20%, flow also around 20, and this is actually going to help me to make this effect smooth. So if I start drawing right now, as you can see, I need to draw in order to create the shadows, actually, the fumes I mean. So if I draw a lot, you see we're getting here some really nice fumes. So it's getting really smooth. Let me make the opacity a little bit higher, like 40%. Okay, and now we can start creating this fume here. So good. Let me just see in the original artwork. I had here 4 streams, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Another one comes from here. Okay, let's make it even higher. Let's make flow a little bit higher. Otherwise I'm gonna do this forever. Let's see if that works better. Yes, it does. We also want to make sure that we create some spaces between the fumes. So for example, here as you can see we have fumes and space, then again fume, to make it look more realistic. Okay, so now also I want to copy this. So let me just create a duplicate, put this down. So why? Because I want to have it behind the face. And also let me just delete this mask. Boom, and as you can see it's filled. What I want to do is just I want to make this the one that's just behind. So basically behind this face is a little bit darker. So let's go to image adjustments, brightness, and make it a little bit darker. Yes, exactly like here. As you can see, it's getting darker. Good, let's click that with OK button. And I want to make this one, let's click on here, a little bit brighter. Let's see if I can make just a bit, and also increase the contrast maybe a bit. Yeah, I think it's nice. Now what I want to do is I want to add some shadows. So let's create a new empty layer. Okay, the shadows are going to be on top of the fume but behind the face. Let's take brush tool. Let's click here to bring back the normal colors, black and white, and let's go to opacity around 16, flow around 10, and also make sure hardness is 0. So if I just now start drawing here like that, just a bit of a shadow like that, a bit here. Good. Good. Okay, and now I just feel like these places, what I want to do is I want to add a little bit more darkness here. Basically I want to make this place a little bit more visible. For that I'm actually gonna do next. Let me turn this off and on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create another empty layer. Okay, I will copy now this mask to this layer because I want to draw shadows only inside this part of the face. In order to do that I need to copy this mask here. So how are we gonna do that? If you just click right button, add mask to selection, as you can see it's selected. Right button on the mask, not on the image but on the mask. Now you go to this layer and you just click here, create mask. Boom, as you can see now we have the same mask here, but we need to invert it because right now it's covering everything except this hole, but we need only this hole. So again, just click on it and click Ctrl or Command plus I. Boom. Wow. Let's go to the empty layer, select my brush tool, and I want to just start drawing again. But this time I want to make my brush smaller, hardness a little bit stronger. And if I just start drawing right now, as you can see, I can start showing these borders much better. Good. Now we're talking. Wow. Also, in case you don't like the fume, because for example, if you look at the original artwork, the fume is a little bit lighter and then darker in the borders. What you can actually do is, first of all, let me save this just in case, okay? Because Photoshop can crash, and then that means that your whole life is going to crash because you have been working for this for many hours. And let me just save it. I'm gonna call this Fume Goal Tut, which basically means tutorial. I think I spelled the goal wrong. Yeah, I did. But anyway, who cares, right? So let's go here to this fume. So if you remember, we converted this into a smart object, and the beauty of that is that we can go anytime inside the smart object, change it, and it's automatically going to apply changes here as well. So if I just now go to the thumbnail and double click on it, boom boom. Let's see how long is this tutorial. Oh, 26 minutes, not that long. So now as you can see, this opened automatically when I just double clicked on the fume thumbnail. And what I want to do right now is, for example, I can create a new empty layer. I can turn this off. Again, I can go and choose colors. So, but this time what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna make this one darker, like that, and this one brighter. A little bit even darker. And now if I go to filter, render and cloud, boom. So now let's just see the difference. Okay, the difference is not that much, but there is still some difference. So let's see how this is going to look. Okay, let's turn the one below off. So we're taking the new one. Let's go to file and save. So now when I save this, now it's saved. If I go to the original project, I'm gonna see a little bit of changes. Yeah, but because we didn't change it too much, that's why it didn't change too much as well. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's create another one. So we're just experimenting right now, okay? Because we're actually almost done with the tutorial, but I wanna just make it a little bit better, the fume part. And let's reverse this. If you just click here, as you can see, it's reversed. Now this is lighter. I wanna make this even lighter, like really light. Let's try now. Let's go to filter, render and cloud. Let's see the difference. Yeah, now it's lighter. Let's go to file and save. Let's go here. Now we're talking. Now the clouds are much lighter and I think it just looks much better. Let's now click double on brightness contrast here that we added before, and let's see if it makes it better or not. Yeah, it was good. Let's click cancel. It was good already, like we did before. So now we're almost done, but not yet. We still need to do one more thing. So I'm just gonna click on this one. I'm gonna hold shift and I'm gonna click on this one to select everything in between. Click right button, here's some empty space, and choose convert to smart object. Boom, shakalaka boom. Now it's all together a smart object. So now when we have it, let's go to filter and camera raw filter. Basically we're going to do one last final touch, okay? But before we do that, I wanna tell you that if you like my artworks and you wanna get some really cool, nice clothing, t-shirts with my artworks, make sure to go to my Etsy shop. The link is below, where you will find tons of cool t-shirts that people love. And I mean, the feedback is amazing from them. They're so unique. They will make you stand out whenever you walk anywhere because the artworks are so crazy already. And you're wearing the artwork on your t-shirt and everyone's like, wow, oh yeah, baby. So now, okay. And now when we have this, let's see if I want to change something. So let's just have a look. A little bit higher contrast, maybe a little bit more dehaze. Oh wow, this looks even better than what I did before. Oops, not saturation. No texture, maybe even smoother a bit. Let's see here. Nope, not changing that. Maybe you can change that a bit if you want to. Let's see. Yeah, I think this looks good. Let's click OK now. So now, for example, let's see before, after. I think it looks dope. Anyway, that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to check out my premium Photoshop classes. It's just $7 for your first month, and you get not only the classes but also personal support from me, which means that you can just text me, email me, and I will reply you almost the same day in most cases. Okay. Love you guys. Bye bye. I know you love me too. I know it's mutual.